Jocie, and you have tuned into the Quiet Canvas ASMR. Today I'm going to bring you, I want the video to be short. I'm not feeling so well, but I don't want this to be waited on for so long, especially because of the kind of video it is. I wanted to continue moving forward, so today I'm presenting the ASMR Tag 25 Questions Challenge that was originally initiated by Gibi ASMR. Thank you for starting this. I think it's really awesome. Just bridging together the community through these ASMR themed questions and hearing experiences, and just seeing the range of ASMR artists that I am learning of, whether they're big named people that I've missed that have been around for a long time, or even just other newcomers like myself. So thank you for starting this. It's really awesome. Second, this is 4 buttons. Second, I want to shout out Jocie B ASMR, Jocie B ASMR, Jocie B ASMR. She's a wonderful, awesome soul. If you have yet to see her videos, you should really check them out. Just high quality care and attention, I feel, when it comes to her work. I love her stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I bring up any of them with some of these questions. So
first thing is this makeup bag. Clinic always gives a bunch of makeup bags and stuff like that. Sometimes so many that they just lie around the house.
thank you for tagging me, always showing me support, and I'm glad to know you as a friend in this community. And then lastly, I need to tag 5 people. I don't know all of these people. Some I recently met and have come across their work. Some I've just, been a fan and adored from afar. Just so that you guys know, don't feel pressured to have to reply or, answer to the ASMR tag. Regardless, I just want to share your guys' work because I think you're all awesome. I want people to experience the tingles that I do. So first, Clareee ASMR. Clareee, Clareee ASMR. Second, ASMR Fuyu. ASMR Fuyu, Fuyu, ASMR Fuyu. Third, AbsoASMR, ABSOASMR, AbsoASMR. Sleepy Chipmunk ASMR, Sleepy Chipmunk, CHIPMUNK ASMR, with the coolest name ever. And lastly, Alana ASMR, ALANA, Alana ASMR. So thank you guys for letting me tag you just now. No pressure, whether you want to do it or not. I just want to share your guys' stuff, so please, everyone, check them out. Really talented ASMR artists with awesome quality content, so check them out. I've been pretty sick over the weekend, and I'm still trying to kind of flush the sickness from my body, so I've been cold, so I have this really hot get up on, and if you see my head glistening, it's just a little sweat, so don't be alarmed. Okay. Yeah, and I want to keep the answers short too. I personally do not find myself to be the most well-spoken, person, ASMR artist out there. It's kind of why I really enjoy the spontaneous editing process, and I kind of have an idea for how I want to present this tag, just to make it with a little bit of QC flair. Question numero 1. The first question is, when was the first time you experienced ASMR? ASMR, first time. Okay. I would say I can't recall like a very specific time, you know, like, oh, when I was 1 year old, you know, I can't recall a lot of things that far back actually. But I will say maybe the first time that I have experienced that feeling, which of course at the time I had no idea what it was, so I'm pretty sure I might have like, you know, disregarded it. I would say page flipping was like the first trigger for me from like in preschool or even kindergarten. My teacher, I mean I guess both, but let's just say my teacher had a very calming teacher voice, but for reading it was different because obviously all of us, like the students in the class, we are settled down, you know, and it's like really quiet, and we're all engaged into like this book that she's about to read to us. So she would read the book and tracing her fingers against like the words and letters, pointing at whatever pictures that we can look at, and just keeping it really like a calm, soft-spoken voice, so not necessarily a whisper, but she read it in a way that we were all very intrigued, you know. And I would say the page flipping part of that really added to this, like, this kind of, you know, teacher reading as a whole. So, again, very quiet in the room, nobody's talking, and just hearing the page flip, yeah, that really gets me, and that I can specifically remember, like, more in junior high, and kind of like just having longer days of class, you know, and we used to do like popcorn reading, so I would read a bit, pass it on to somebody else in the class. It didn't matter if you were in front of me, next to me, behind me, across the room, in the corner. You know, the page flipping then was like on a crazy level because it's like really quiet, and just like I like hearing the sounds more from or with distance. So like I was explaining, like having it range from elsewhere, it was really something. And I would say at that time I had paid attention to it a little bit more, considering how like kind of bored, you know, I would be in the class. And it's just a sound that really stuck out to me at that time. So that, and then any other early on experience, I would just have to say hair cutting. I mean, it's hard to like think of the first time that I got my hair cut, but definitely as, you know, a kid with no knowledge of like ASMR or tingles or anything, getting my hair cut was something that I enjoyed, which is it's funny because I think like as a kid, you know, you aren't really into that. You just want to play outside, play games, you know, you don't want to go to the dentist, you don't want to do any of those types of things. I feel like kids would dread going to get their hair cut, you know, but I loved it. I ate it all up again with like morphing, the sounds morphing, like hearing the scissors snip close to my ear, and that sound traveling like around my head, and not even being able to like see what's happening, really focused, really made me focus on the sound. And just things like I mean, getting your hair cut, I feel, has the whole package, even like the shaver, again, like coming closer to your ears, and just everything, like I would consider even hand movements, like especially when the barber is in front of you, and whenever you had to get like your hair shampooed, the spray bottle, like you have all kinds of triggers there. So that's like ASMR tingle heaven for me. And as far as that time. When was the first time you watched ASMR on YouTube? The first time that I watched ASMR on YouTube would have to be about 2 years ago. I'm on my computer right now, it's to the left of me. And I'm on it just to kind of like refer to videos. Actually, the first one that I've seen is and I feel this is one for a lot of people, especially newcomers like myself. ASMR darling, 10 triggers to help you sleep. I remember just looking on YouTube, honestly looking for ways to get to bed. I myself have my share of experiences when it comes to anxiety and depression. So sleeping throughout the years have been not as easy, never asleep like a baby. So I remember just kind of looking up, how to get sleep and stuff. Boom, ASMR darling is there. And she's brushing on a microphone, which I think for anyone, to first come across that with no knowledge of ASMR, it can be like strange. I think, well, anything that is strange to someone, it's mostly because they just can't comprehend, or feel a different way about it. But I think I remember watching it, having my first initial reaction, but then, letting the video play, and I try to be like very as understanding as possible without like judging. So letting it play and just experiencing like the quietness around me, including in the video. I specifically love the mic brushing. That happens to be one of my favorites. So that was that was the first time that I watched from there. It went to, Gibi ASMR, gentle whispering, etc. So, but that was the first one. Third question: what's your favorite unintentional ASMR video? So, at least for me, videos that I found myself to relax with back in the day would be like a sneaker collection. I used to be like a sneaker freak and just like collect all kinds of Nike SBs, and I was always inspired by sneaker collections. But there's few with people talking, and explaining details about the shoes. But there are also a lot of non-talking, and when they open the box and you hear like the papers kind of crinkling and the shoe itself, and them pointing out details and everything, and just the box, closing and opening. Yeah, sneaker collections, and I love watching pool billiard matches. The announcers or like the commentators, they're not necessarily loud as they're going through with these matches, and also the game itself, like you can hear the balls kind of clashing against like the table, and even visually for me, like that really gets me. So yeah, those are unintentional ASMR videos. I also love like the Bob Ross videos. Those are super calming. It's kind of why I like the pool matches, because I watch like a lot of older ones where the audio sounds kind of like Bob Ross's audio at that time, and also the unintentional bartender one. Name the last 5 ASMR artists that you watched. The last 5 ASMR artists that I watched. Okay. ASMR Fuyu.
この可愛いものでいい音をしながら500からカウントダウン
Counting down from 500 in sneeze. That was really sick. ASMR Weekly.
How it looks better. Move your face to that side.
He is another favorite of mine. He has a lot of really cool effects that I wish I knew how to do, like on some next level stuff. So check him out. But ASMR Weekly, photo shoot, taking your picture ASMR, quotes, normal roleplay, camera plus flash plus hairspray. Really cool quality content. And this is my third ASMR. This is a test. This is a test. This is a test. Welcome back, RaffyTaphyASMR. You had to watch it. It was like, it was really unbelievable to see him back, but that's the third one. The fourth one I watched was Gibi ASMR.
Well, you were only with one, so I'm not sure where the third.
Ninja Trials in the Forest Whispered, so very Naruto themed, and I liked it a lot. And my fifth one here is ASMR 10 Textured Triggers for Tingles 1 Hour by Caroline ASMR. Photo album, which is kind of iridescent, has shades of pink and blue in it. So the last 5 I watched: ASMR Fuyu, ASMR Weekly, RaffyTaphyASMR, Gibi ASMR, and Caroline ASMR. What is your favorite ASMR trigger to listen to? It's kind of hard. I like a lot of stuff. I like I like hearing sand, or, a water bottle spray, lid sounds. But I guess if I had to choose a favorite one, sorry, I'm paying attention to my computer with my list here, but I would have to say mic brushing. That was always, that's the one that kind of pulled me in. So mic brushing would be my favorite. What is your least favorite trigger to listen to? Do it. Specifically, like the ear eating ones, I'm not that big of a fan of eating sounds. So I don't mind certain eating sounds, but the ones that are a little more like slurpy, I think that's like a little bit much for me. I don't have noodles with me, and I can't demonstrate me eating or anything. I'm very open to ASMR eating, mouth sounds, and like playing with the 3DO, but I think just the really slurpy stuff I'm not that big of a fan of. So, do you use ASMR to relax or fall asleep? Hell yeah, I do actually. Ever since I found out about ASMR, like especially on YouTube, I spend all of my nights like regardless of where I am, usually watching like favorite videos of mine, even just like the new stuff that shows up in my subscription feed. So yes, I do watch them to help me fall asleep or relax. What is your bedtime routine? Nothing specific. What is your favorite trigger to do? And do it. My favorite to do. Hand movements, touching, hand sounds. I love this trigger so much. I like watching them too. I think I personally like doing them because I find it to be very experimental, and like I really love that you can display, kind of like rough texture, but also at the same time like a very soft, calming, gentle, kind of like it's very, very textured, and you can switch it up. And it's fun for me because I'm a dancer, so I can really play with like a lot of little things. So that's my favorite, and I did a little bit, but you'll have plenty of videos like that. What is your least favorite trigger to do? My least favorite to do, I want to say whispering, only because I find myself to be like pretty shy and awkward. The words just sometimes don't come out as I would hope for them to. But mouth sounds. So like I said before, there's certain like mouth sounds that I'm not a fan of, but I do like regular mouth sounds. Is it my favorite to do? No, I like doing other ones, like very tapping based. I guess I like playing with it because I know like a lot of people like it, and any way that I can provide, help or relaxation or entertainment for widespread ASMR audience, that would be awesome as long as I can do it. So technically that will be my least favorite to do. Yeah, even like right now I already feel not so great at it, so sorry. How long does it take you to make a video? It takes me a long time. So the thing is, I've been shooting a lot of 10-minute long videos, which you would think that it is faster for me to edit, but it could still take me 4 to 5 hours because I spend a lot of time editing. I also spend a lot of time, re-recording a lot of scenes. Just rendering alone takes a long time. I watch my stuff like over and over just to see what other extra like hints of, QC I can add in there, whether it be effects in like the audio, visually. It takes me a long time. The longest one so far is the experimental silent ASMR video I did recently. That, like, the video itself didn't look hard, but it took me like 10 hours because I was cutting out all of the sounds and triggers. So that took me so long. But yeah, I would say definitely hours, like 4 hours minimum, 3 to 4 hours minimum. Maybe if I had like a faster computer, the editing process would be faster, but yeah. Have you ever gotten tingles from your own videos? Have I ever gotten tingles from my own videos? I try not to watch my own videos. Oh, the question after that. So, have you ever gotten tingles from your own videos? And then the question after is, do you watch your own videos? Tingles from my own videos? No. Unless I was watching it over and it was like an object or something. Like sometimes if I'm editing like a tapping video and I'm tapping on like a certain object like my water bottle, that can get me a little bit while editing. Do you watch your own videos? I don't watch my own videos. There have been a few times where I will kind of like go back to an older video and let it play, like just to see if it would pass for me. Which it's really hard, like it normally wouldn't for me because I just would rather not. I would rather not hear myself whisper. It's hard to get it out of my head, like it's hard to pretend that it's not my video that I'm watching, so I never really do this. But sometimes I might listen to like a minute of something older just to hear it or kind of see my progression, I guess, if that makes any sense. Moving on up. What software do you use to edit? I use Final Cut Pro 10 or Final Cut Pro X. It's basically like, it's like an iMovie, but with a lot more options. I've always used it to edit, so even before making ASMR content, I was editing videos for other workplaces and things like that, and also for my own videos like dance content. And even before I got into dancing, at a younger age, like junior high, I had a passion for photography and videography, so I was already playing with Windows Movie Maker back then. But right now I'm using Final Cut Pro X. What time of the day do you film? Right now it's 5:02 p.m. I don't have a set time. It's very random. It's kind of like any time that I'm home and the house is empty and no extra noises, I try to knock it out then. Sometimes it can be like past 12. Sometimes it can be like 9 to 11 a.m. or in the afternoon. Right now, I would say like 2 between now. Luckily, the house is still empty, so I'm kind of just pushing it for right now. And next question. What is your favorite video that you've made? I really love the ASMR, like calming tingly hand movement video I made to Seb ASMR's Music Starship. I really love that one. It was really testing like what I originally wanted to do with this channel, and I still plan on doing more of these. It just takes a lot of editing work and time. But that video, I'm just gonna throw like a couple more ASMR reading to you for stress relief. This is the one that I actually posted right after that, the one that I did to Seb's song. So I like that one too. This quote in here says, "Wise men don't need advice. Fools won't take it," by Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. Wise men don't need advice. Fools won't take it. I do have like some favorites, because since I have to edit them, like there's some that I spend like a good amount of time on. And I love the Mac Miller tribute, which is my second, the second video I made similar to the other hand movement one. And oh, I have like a very lo-fi ASMR in a hotel video in China. Imagination. Mouth sounds. I have like a few of them, but the very last one I did, I really liked a lot. I actually have like a playlist called Personal Favorites, where I pick some that I ended up really liking after editing. The first one I said would be my number one favorite. Have one of your videos had an unexpected negative fan reaction? No, not, I mean, I've gotten like, just like kind of constructive criticism and, suggestions, but nothing negative, which I would hope nothing negative, only because, like a big reason that I really got into this community, or this, creating ASMR content, is I loved the idea that of pushing positivity, and it's such a specific like feeling to have, or even just something to be interested in. Like all of us that like it understand each other, and I just would always expect things to be positive, so hopefully I don't get any negative comments. The question after that one: what videos of yours do you think didn't get the love it deserved? I mean, since I'm new, like, I'm not really I'm going into this in hopes that people to it, but like many people will come to like what I'm trying to promote and stuff. But I literally like go at everything without any crazy expectation. I guess anything closest to that would be my ASMR relaxing beach sounds video. It was really experimental movements, but the idea itself, it was a video of me dancing at the beach. So there's like water sounds, and the experimental dancing, which is very, very textured. Like you have sharp movements and very soft, slow movements. So visually, I was hoping that with a combination of, I had like a soft piano in the back. I was just hoping it would be like an introduction to a bit of my world, or how I feel these kind of senses, and how I try to mash ASMR together with like the things that I love. ASMR and the tingly feeling, like I'm really sensitive to even music, which I think is why I picked up ASMR. It's sounds really affect me and give me chills in certain ways, like a soft piano, or even like if a violin is coming in through the back. And my dancing too, like my dancing involves a lot of texture and feeling. It's not all the time that it's too like hype or mainstream music. So like I really have to tap into kind of it reminds me of my hand movements in a way, which a lot of it is very inspired by my dancing. So not that I would want it to get more love, but just a video that for me and on my channel has like one of the least views that I would like, I guess, for people to see more, because it's like myself for sure. But you know, I just for me it's just important to help out anyone that comes across it and likes my work. Just know that my intention is to help, yeah, and to create for myself too, because that's really fun. What's something the audience doesn't know about the behind the scenes of your channel? I don't know, I kind of talked about it. Sometimes I post on my Instagram like the long nights of editing, and I think that's like the story for a lot of ASMR artists. I found myself editing till like 6 a.m. sometimes, and sleeping throughout the day if I have the time. But I think a lot of people do that. The scene, literally, this is my room. I have the green screen here, so sometimes I film it this way. But right now I'm in front of my laptop area. The noises, I cut out so many noises. I think everyone hears that there's a lot of planes and cars by my house, so sorry about that. I think something people wouldn't know. My back is in a lot of pain. So I've been experiencing like a lot of back pain and like hip pain that radiates down to my ankles even. This is just kind of like a dull ache that I experience sitting down and even standing. So as I'm filming the videos, like right now, my back is in a lot of pain, but as I'm filming I just try to stay still and not do much about it until the end. So I think that would be something people don't know, and that happens whether I'm against the green screen because I'm sitting on like a stool, or even this chair, like even with like the back support here, I still find myself in a lot of pain. So as relaxing as I try to make the content, my body is very not relaxed. I still really enjoy what I do, and the back thing is just something I need to figure out. What's the most absurd request you received from a fan? I would say nothing. I haven't been around long enough to get that many requests. try to stay true to ideas that I have. But if there's anyone out there that would like to request anything like more brush triggers or just anything like that, please feel free to comment and I would gladly keep it into consideration for future videos. Do your family and friends know you make ASMR videos? My 2 younger brothers, they know. My parents, they don't know. Only like very few of them know. I think anyone that knows of who I am or what I do, whether it be through work, internet presence, nobody knows that I do ASMR. And I kind of like it that way only because I want to keep this content for people that would appreciate it. This is not something even for me to share in the open. It's a more personal journey for me, so I just want to kind of keep it that way, and it's more rewarding for me also. I think when my content is being seen by other ASMR consumers, so yeah, nobody really knows that I make these videos. Have you ever been recognized in public? In ASMR, no. With dancing, yes. Not so much anymore, but I've been dancing on YouTube for like 10 years, maybe over 10 years. I think I've had my share of like being recognized by other supporters of like my dancing. But with ASMR, no. No one has ever recognized me in public. What inspires your video ideas? I'm not exactly sure. A lot of it is really random, just like random thoughts that I have. Like the series one would be Literal ASMR is an idea that I had a while back, but I just knew it was going to be hard to execute. So I'm slowly going at it and kind of stretching the series out. It was just inspired by my kind of humor. A lot of my work is very humorous, but a lot of it I try to be more relaxing as well. Also just more friendly. I guess like what inspires my videos would be happiness in general. Trying to get some laughs out of you and just continue to poke fun at myself and just show you that everything is alright, regardless of how awkward or shy I may be. You know, I really want to push out that it's okay for me to be myself, whether it's through the actual video or even like my editing style or things that I like. So that inspires me creating like laughs. So I like to think that I make ASMR content, but in the future I would love to create funny videos or have other serious videos and things like that, so I get inspired by other YouTube videos as well. Where do you find yourself spending the most time online? ASMR content. I used to spend a lot of time watching dance videos, and like I said, I've been on YouTube for like 10 years, but only dancing. So I was not really aware or familiar with any other like YouTube community, which is why ASMR community is like a little bit new for me, because if I was online it was only dance videos. I find myself watching a lot of ASMR content, just taking it in, like what I really like about this. You know, you have like a preferred style and just people that can pull tingles from you. I just really love the variety, so I spend a lot of time watching videos, ASMR videos, and I like playing video games for my Switch as well. I guess every once in a while, if it's not ASMR content or dance content, esports like tournament footage of Super Smash Brothers, or just like gameplays, gaming reviews, and news on upcoming releases for the Switch. Not much. I guess Instagram a little bit, but it's kind of part of my dance work, and connections are all on that, so I guess I spend time on that too. And the last question we have: what advice would you give someone who wanted to make their own ASMR content? I love this question. ASMR community. We definitely are influenced by each other, and if not each other, other YouTube content creators. We're influenced by things in our lifestyle, whether it be materialistic things or things that bring us joy and other interests, whether it may be TV shows or like anime or movies. Like there's a lot of role plays out there, or gaming. Like there's a lot of ASMR artists that are into gaming or even makeup. I would say my advice is pretty simple, but do the things that you like. So I mean, of course, in the ASMR community, there are like waves. You might have like a wave of mic brushing, you know, and you see a lot of your subscriptions doing that, or mouth sounds, or mukbang, or anything like that. Do those things. I like when everyone does the same thing because in ASMR, everyone has such a specific style. So it's really cool to see how like the one same thing can be transformed simply because the way that you whisper, the way that you edit your setting and surrounding, your personality, do the things that you like, especially like triggers that you like. Most importantly, my biggest advice would be to not, I don't want to say not care, but don't worry about what people would want you to do with your content. I know personally for me, my content doesn't come off as the most relaxing, but for me personally, with my content, I try to think bigger than the ASMR tingles. I always bring it back to positivity and just lifting people's moods. I want to provide comfort. I want to entertain, you know, and make people laugh at my silliness, even though I'm not like a comedian. Even visually, you know, I have like such a connection to my performing arts, like dancing, music, and just visually already with my photography, video background. I really like incorporating those things. And at the end of the day, like those are what's going to make my channel the way it is, by incorporating all the things that I love, and it's going to help mold my style. And maybe I won't have, you know, a huge number of subscribers or supporters or anything like that, but regardless, I know I'm gonna get support from those that appreciate me for who I am, and I'll be able to help those that are open-minded and understanding to like your intention or your concepts. So be yourself. It's really the best way to go at anything. Just think about the things that you would like what would you like to see in the ASMR community or from another artist, and bring that to life, present that to us. Yeah. So, wow, that was probably the longest whispering video I've done. Sorry about like, I don't know, again, I'm still pretty insecure about the way that I talk. So, and I think I was spending a lot of my attention towards the computer screen and the questions. But that was really fun for me, and I want to thank you again, Jocie ASMR, for tagging me. I want to thank Gibi ASMR for bringing up this challenge for everyone. I know probably editing wise, I made a lot of interesting choices. I'm really glad that this came up, and for anyone that's tuning in because of the tag, welcome and thank you for watching. Hopefully you liked my whispers. And anyone that's been supporting me since the beginning, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that is watching this video. And I'm gonna finish there because my camera's gonna cut off. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming up. I just need to become unsick so that I can create more for you guys. And yeah, thank you. My name's QC. And you just watched the Quiet Canvas ASMR, the ASMR Tag 25 Questions Challenge. Thank you. Have a good night, good evening, good morning. Rest well, relax, and peace out until next time.